Hey everybody, it's Greg from parkjourney.com. In today's video, I'm going to talk a little bit about one of our absolute favorite all-time Halloween events that we missed so much last year. Of course, I'm talking about Knott's Scary Farm in Buena Park, California at Knott's Berry Farm. Been going to this event every single year since the mid-90s. Went a couple years in the late 80s. It is just one of our favorite things, and they just released the other day the lineup of all of their attractions, new and returning. And I kind of want to spend a little bit of time talking about Knott's Scary Farm. Before I get into it, make sure you click below to subscribe to our channel. We'll greatly appreciate it. So as I mentioned, Knott's Scary Farm is back for 2021. The event starts on September 16th, which is a Thursday night. We will be there through October 31st. Tickets are on sale now. But before I get into it, I know that there's been a little bit of controversy and chatter about the lack of Scary Farm passes. So basically what happened was there was an add-on for Scary Farm passes in 2020. Most people jumped on and got that addition to their season pass. And then obviously the park shut down, and that threw everything into chaos. Not the Council of Chaos of Dark Ride, just plain old chaos. And then earlier this year, in I want to say May, they again offered Scary Farm add-ons on a very limited basis. I want to say they were only available for maybe 3 or 4 days. Luckily, we jumped on it when it was available, added it onto our season pass. So we do have a Scary Farm pass. I feel awful for those of you who did not get a chance to get a Scary Farm pass. I get it. It sucks. But it's not really in the park's, control or best interest to have, a full park every single night. I mean, let's be honest. We're just coming out of this thing. We could be right back in it very soon. I'm happy with what we got. I understand that our situation is a little bit different because we did get the pass. So I do feel for those of you. I don't want to harp on that too much, obviously, because I want to talk about what we are getting. And I hope for those of you who didn't get a Scary Farm pass that you still go to the event, support these amazing scare actors, and have a great time when you do go. So let's start off with what's new for Knott's Scary Farm 2021. There's one new maze this year. There was probably supposed to at one point be more than one, but again, it's not a normal year, right? So the new maze is Mesmer's Sideshow of the Mind. The newest haunted maze has arrived. Mesmer's Sideshow of the Mind. Within the canvas tent lies the secret of the most potent force in the universe, the human mind. Give in and succumb to the hypnotist Mesmer and his sinister sideshow as it preys on your hidden fears. Release your inner thoughts and descend into a world of madness, torture, and eerie enlightenment. There you will uncover the grotesque secrets hidden as you brave through the most terrifying show ever created. Now, when this tent showed up a couple of weeks ago, obviously there was a lot of speculation that this was going to be another clown maze. It fits with Carnivale that is in the area. This maze is going to be outside of Accelerator. But this doesn't really seem like Carnivale to me. This seems like something a little bit different, which is fine. I love the clowns. I wish they, I wouldn't have mind. I wouldn't have cared if they actually did come back, but this sounds super cool. So I'm definitely looking forward to this one. In addition to Mesmer, there is an entirely new scare zone outside of where the Berry Tales ride is. And if you remember back in the day, this used to be the Roaring Twenties area. Now this is the Goring 20s. Step back into the dark decadence of a gone-by era as the newest scare zone, the Goring 20s, terrorizes even the bravest and most brutal souls. Here gangsters run illicit hooch for the ghostly revelers as the otherworldly musicians play this music of the damned. Tell the bouncer the secret password and you'll have the time of your life for as long as it lasts. So this is right outside the theater, the Berry Tales area. It's not a huge scare zone, but this basically means now that the entire park is one big scare zone. There's not one part of the park that is not a scare zone at this point. And then there's also a couple of new shows coming. There is no hanging this year. But on the Calico Mine stage is Carnivale Do Grotesque. Grab a seat as the show is about to begin. Your mind will melt at the sights and sounds of Carnivale Do Grotesque. Live bands provide the soundtrack for the creepiest company of performers to ever disgrace the stage. So it looks like they're going to have live music. Obviously, it's not going to be anything similar to the hanging, because I would imagine if there was something similar to the hanging, people are going to show up expecting to see the hanging and they'll be disappointed. So this looks like it's going to be a little bit more, a little bit different than the hanging. It's going to be more of a music type thing, which is great. And then one of the other shows is where a former maze location was. This was where Infected was last year, or in 2019. Invitation to Terror in the Mystery Lodge. So it sounds like they're actually using the Mystery Lodge Theater. Invitation to Terror is a digital illusion horror show which tells the story of millionaire Tom Shackelford. He is set to unveil the secret project that he promises will change the world. Set in Calico 1986, guests are invited to the debut of Futuretronics, the world's top technology creator. Latest technological advancement. It's going to be a killer party with plenty of terrifying surprises no one will ever see coming. Now, they did a show in here, I want to say 2011 or 12. It was only 1 year. And this was the 1 year that I actually only got to go once, and I didn't get a chance to see it. And I'm disappointed I didn't. I think it was Unearthed, I want to say it was the name of the show. So I'm definitely interested to see them using this theater again for a new show. And then returning, somewhat returning to Camp Snoopy is Wicked Drums. There used to be Blood Drums here. So Wicked Drums, I'm going to assume it's going to be kind of the same thing, which is great because Blood Drums was awesome. Deep within the hollow, the witches summon you to a percussion ritual to awaken the dead. Hosted by the evil hag of the Hollows, Wicked Drums' high-energy drumming collides with ancient witchcraft in a sensory overload sure to raise your spirits. It's a Halloween activity worth witnessing. And then lastly, another new show in Fiesta Plaza, Doce de la Noche. Say that 5 times fast. The night comes alive at the stroke of midnight when our electric dance group takes the Fiesta Village stage. Dressed in colorful and vibrant colors, the lively dancers dazzle all with their moves set to high energy music, which takes over all senses and has everyone dancing their feet off. This is, I'll be honest, it's not typically our thing, but we'll definitely check it out at least once. Yeah, it's not typically something that we go for, but all the other ones sound great. And then some returning mazes. We've got Waxworks. We've got Origins, and from what we understand, the last year of Paranormal Inc. Now, there were some rumors that Paranormal Inc. was not coming back this year. Again, it's not a normal year, so we just kind of roll with it. And then some other returning mazes, Pumpkin Eater, Dark Ride, which is one of my top 10 all-time Scary Farm mazes, and The Depths are all coming back. We've got Dark Entities. I won't say the other thing that we call it, but you can probably guess. We love this maze, to be honest with you. I know it's kind of, some people have said it was hit and miss. I've loved it every single time I've gone into it, so I'm thrilled. And then also the Halloween Hootenanny is back on the Timber Mountain Log Ride. Returning scare zones, Ghost Town Streets. It would not be Not Scary Farm without Ghost Town. Don't ever expect this scare zone to go anywhere. It is the heart of Not Scary Farm. There's some nights we'll just sit and just watch for hours in Ghost Town Streets. The Hollow, which is quickly becoming one of our other favorite scare zones. And then obviously Carnivale. I think those are our top 3. We love them all. Also, Forsaken Lake is also coming back. I'll be honest, we haven't spent a lot of time in Forsaken Lake throughout the years since it debuted. So maybe this year we'll spend a little bit more time kind of hanging out in Forsaken Lake. And then returning shows, we've got our absolute favorite, yes, Puppet Up, is coming back. I'll be honest, like, I'm not a huge, I don't want to say I'm not a huge fan, but I was, the last couple of years that Elvira was there, we didn't even go once. It was the same show that she did every single year. And I mean, I love Elvira. I remember watching the movies when I was a kid, and she would introduce the movies. I loved it, but the act got tired. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm sorry for those. I know there's just those of you that are huge fans of hers, and I respect it. I respect her act. I respect her place in horror. But it was time for something new. And what we got new was Puppet Up, and we actually saw it Puppet Up at least once every single visit in 2019, and I cannot see that changing this year. And we've also got Conjuring in the Birdcage Theater is coming back as well. Magic and Mirth at the Birdcage Theater. And then in addition, as I mentioned, tickets are on sale now. They've got single night tickets. They've got the Fast and Fright Lane. I will say, I really wish they would offer a just Fright Lane option. We don't typically do the rides at Scary Farm other than maybe the log ride or maybe, the mine train. Typically, we don't do the coasters and stuff at Scary Farm. So I really wish one of these years they would just offer a Fright Lane option because I don't need Fast Lane. The buffet is back. We are going to do it on the 17th of September, excuse me. So the 16th is opening night, and then we're going to do the buffet on the 17th. Not sure how that's going to work this year, to be honest with you. We'll have to kind of see how that works. Parking is $25, but if you've got a pass with parking on it, you can use parking. So we've got our Platinum Pass. And then the dates, September 16th, 17th, and 18th. So as always, that first Sunday in September, it is not open. It's kind of been something they've done every single year for some reason. But then it looks like 23rd, 24th, 20th. So it's Thursday through Sunday, Thursday through Sunday, Thursday through Sunday, Thursday through Sunday, Thursday through Sunday. And yep. So basically it's Thursday through Sunday every week, except for that first week. And it's dark on the Sunday, the 19th of September. So that's about it for Not Scary Farm. So I'm, again, not a whole lot of new stuff this year. Which again, I mean, I wish there was, more, at least one more new maze, but I'm okay with it because it's better than last year. And that was kind of what we were thinking when we canceled our Florida trip. That, last year, basically the only event we went to was Haunted Hayride it was a drive-in. That was it. That's all we did. So if we get to 2 events this year, that's 100 times better than it was last year. So we are making our haunt calendar. We are going to have some more info coming up here about Halloween Horror Nights. They've released their full schedule. So as always, we will do our Halloween Horror Nights Survivor Guide. And then I'll do a video kind of walking through that as well. As always, thank you for watching. We hope to see you in the fog of Not Scary Farm.